One day, Juha had a strong craving for a large grilled fish. He went to the market and spotted a magnificent fish that caught his eye, but its price was quite steep. He returned home, pondering how he could acquire it for less. His wife, sensing his thoughts, said with a mischievous smile, "Don't worry, Juha, I'll handle this." The next day, the wife adorned herself in her finest attire and wore her most beautiful jewelry. She went to the fishmonger who had the fish Juha admired. She began to converse with him sweetly and charmingly, inquiring about his well-being and his family. She continued her pleasantries until the fishmonger started to feel quite taken with her. After some time, she pointed to the large fish and said in a soft voice, "Sir, this fish looks incredibly delicious, and my husband is longing for it. Could you possibly give it to me for a special price?" The fishmonger, captivated by her charm, replied, "For your beautiful eyes, madam, I will give you the fish for half the price." The wife returned home, carrying the fish, and Juha could hardly believe his eyes. He asked in astonishment, "How did you do that, woman? I inquired about it yesterday, and it was so expensive." His wife laughed and said, "A few kind words and a little charm can work wonders, Juha." Another tale, dealing with the tiresome guest. On another occasion, Juha hosted a friend who was rather tedious and prone to long visits. Juha wished for his friend to leave soon, but didn't know how to hint at it politely. Juha's wife noticed his discomfort and whispered in his ear, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." After dinner, while the friend was talking incessantly, the wife began to make strange noises as if she were in pain. Juha asked her worriedly, "What's wrong, woman?" The wife sighed and said in a weak voice, "I feel terribly dizzy, as if the house is spinning around me." The friend looked at Juha and said with feigned sympathy, "Oh, you poor thing, you must rest. I'll help Juha with the dishes." The wife quickly interjected, "No, sir, I wouldn't want to trouble you. It would be best if you returned home and rested as well. The air seems quite heavy today." The friend, understanding the subtle cue, promptly departed, and Juha thanked his wife for her clever trick. The hidden money scheme. Juha used to keep a sum of money in a secret place in their home. One day he needed some money, but had forgotten where he had hidden it. He searched everywhere but couldn't find it, and he began to feel desperate. His wife saw his distress and asked, "What's wrong, Juha? You seem worried." Juha told her what had happened, and his wife thought for a moment before saying, "Don't worry, I'll help you find it, but you must do exactly as I say." The wife began to act extremely angry, shouting at Juha and accusing him of negligence and irresponsibility. Juha was bewildered by her strange reaction and tried to calm her down. While the wife was scolding him loudly, she started moving towards a corner where Juha had previously hidden money, though she knew he had moved it. She began to examine the area with feigned anger, pretending to look for evidence of his carelessness. Juha, fearing that his wife would discover the new hiding place, cried out, "Stop! I remember where it is!" and quickly went to retrieve the money from its new location. The wife chuckled to herself, knowing that Juha would be forced to reveal the money's location out of fear that she would find it in her own dramatic way. The bribery of the judge. On one occasion, Juha was involved in a dispute with a miserly neighbor. They went to the judge to settle their differences, but Juha knew that his neighbor had some influence and might try to bribe the judge. Before going to court, Juha's wife said, "Don't worry, Juha, I will ensure that the judge rules justly." When they arrived at the courthouse, the wife sat in a prominent place where the judge could easily see her. As Juha began to present his case, the wife started to cough loudly and intermittently. The judge looked at her with surprise. Then the wife began to take out pieces of delicious candy from her bag and eat them slowly and deliberately, all while looking at the judge with meaningful glances. The judge understood the clever hint. He realized that Juha's wife was implying that bribery might seem sweet and tempting, but justice was far sweeter and more valuable. The judge feared that the wife might somehow expose him if he ruled unfairly. When it was time for the verdict, the judge sided with Juha and ruled justly. After the session, Juha asked his wife in amazement, "How did you do that? You didn't say a single word to the judge." The wife smiled and said, "Some clever signals can be more powerful than 1,000 words, Juha.